Hello! So, you know what absolutely sucks? Clocks. Clocks suck. My phone says it's 11:45 p.m. My computer says it's 11:43 p.m. Google says it's 11:45 p.m. And my stream said a different time altogether, like 1 minute left. So it's very hard to understand at what time I should stream, because each clock says a different time. But yeah, welcome everyone. How are you guys doing? You would think that keeping track of time would be the least of humanity's problems. But nope, apparently not. Hope you guys can hear me well enough. Hello. What if I put a little pile of dirt here? Just a little bit of dirt. Something like that. That could work. Because I wanted to have an origin point for the flowery vines. Although I know I shouldn't need to have a starting point for the vines. But it would look nice, I think. So like, it doesn't look like they are coming out of nowhere. Maybe. Yeah, maybe they should just come from the tiles. But I also figured that having a little bit of dirt in a few places would make sense. Like, the place has been abandoned for decades. So some dirt would probably pile up somewhere. Not to mention it's a good excuse to add a little bit of grass here. Or something like that. Just a little bit of grass. Maybe. Yeah, that could work. And who's K's? Never heard of K's before. Yeah, I just never heard of them before. Just a little bit of grass there. That could work. Yeah, that looks fine. Also, I should probably add a little more sunlight in this area, because inside the puzzle we have these tiles to block the sunlight, but out here we don't. So this entire area should be baked in sunlight. That looks nice, I think. And now I was trying to think of a way to make these vines look better, because at the moment they just look kind of off, you know? Also, I was thinking maybe this pink should be a different pink, because right now it looks kind of reddish. So maybe a little more pink would work. Let's see. It's barely noticeable, but maybe I should keep it on the pinkish side. Yeah, it's barely noticeable. Yeah, a little more pink. Nah, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Not like this. Maybe just like this. Yeah. Some magenta. And the leaves here, actually, I was thinking of the vines themselves. They just feel off, in my opinion. Like a way to tell them apart, kind of. Something like this, maybe? Nah, that looks wrong. That just looks wrong. But maybe I could add these vines in between the tiles, like you said. Not like this, definitely. Maybe something like that. Yep, exactly. Something like that, yeah. Speaking of those, I wonder if that would look nice to have, like, in between the tiles, have a little bit of grass. Maybe. That could look nice, right? Also, I was thinking about those mushrooms and where to place them. I still have no idea. Where would mushrooms fit? Or maybe I just shouldn't have them in this chamber specifically. Maybe I could have them in the next chamber only. Hey Hans, how are you doing? Now we barely started. Hold on a second. Just 1 second. I did a little bit of an accident here. I might accidentally skip this song. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I bought this mechanical keyboard and every key has been a switch so far, but I just found out that my media keys are actually not switches. I feel ripped off, even though they're barely important, I guess. Okay, crisis averted. I had accidentally spilled some coffee on my keyboard. It's all good now. Right here, you mean, right? The mushrooms. I had considered putting them here, but I'm not sure. Like something like this, right? Oh, on the other side. Okay, that could work too. Yeah, probably. Let me quickly Google how they look again. Now I gotta find the one I found last time. Flyamantia? What is that? Flyamanita? Oh, the red ones, yes. Yes, definitely. But now I'm looking for those that grow on walls. I can't find the picture I was looking for. The one I saw yesterday. Should probably have saved them. Yeah, I'm just gonna base it off of this one, kind of. Something like this, I guess. Yeah, this type here. That's more or less what I'm looking for. Yeah, this type. So... little white underneath. Which one, Kirby? Yeah, it didn't go through. Try now. Oh, right, I forgot. Gotta copy the transparency layers first. No, try sending it again, the link. That's strange. That is very strange. Well, if you want to. Oops. Hold on. One second. Huzzah, it worked. Yes, like this. Kind of. Not exactly. These ones have a long forget the name. They're a little longer than what I would like. So the one I picked last time, this one is more or less what I wanted. Since there's a little bit of rubble here, maybe this part's a little more dirty. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that works. Okay, so should probably try to fix these vines before I move on, because they're just gonna keep showing up. Thing is, I don't know how to fix them. They just look off for some reason. Maybe, one second. I do have that. Okay, maybe in this layer. Now that looks wrong. That still looks wrong. That barely makes a difference. That one too. This could help, maybe? Maybe brown? Now that looks ugly. Although, I mean, I guess that breaks it up a little bit, I suppose. Maybe use brown then. I think that's fine. Like, it's not perfect, but I guess that does the trick. Something like that. Yeah, that could work. Maybe, if I can tell apart the specific branches and stuff. So long as that works. Maybe a little darker instead of brown. Yeah, that works much better. Definitely better than brown. Not to mention it helps with a sense of perspective. So yeah, something like this instead of brown. Yeah, that could work. There. All right, now which one and what does it do? Transparent tiles? You no, the one I was thinking wasn't by Mari0. Oh. That before. Wow. I haven't seen that one. Interesting. Yeah, I completely missed out on it. It's interesting though that she used the same idea that I'm using right now, but way back in 2012. So not quite an original idea anymore, huh? Although I suppose it was never an original idea. What else should I put in the foreground? Well, true, yes. That's right. But even then, it's an idea I copied from Hollow Purpose. Now, where I got that idea from originally, I have no idea. No idea where I got that idea from. Oops. Now that I think of it, hold on. Right, so this is the level border. Should sunlight come from this area? Like, let me show you. Should we assume that everything beyond this is open? Or should I just add some shadows to it? Like, 1 second. Not sure I like this actually. That feels a little too much. So maybe, hold on, just had an idea. Maybe I should have a couple tiles there, such that it blocks some of the sunlight. And right here as well, because I don't want to add sunlight absolutely everywhere. That would be overkill. And here. And like this, although maybe even that is considered overkill. Actually, maybe I should just follow up with what I had up there and completely block this off. Wrong layer again. Like up to here, and use this guy and here. And then completely block this off. So no sunlight here. Yeah, I think that's better. Although maybe... nah, never mind. Just gonna have some normal tiles there. Wrong tile, wrong layer actually. Wrong layer again. Okay, there. Now I should probably add some cracks to these tiles, like I was doing in this area, just to give them some variance. What? Did I copy from the wrong layer again? I could have this missing. I could have this missing. And I could have this cracked, maybe. Yeah, something like this. You mean like these ones? Or you mean like these ones? Which ones? The ones on the right or the ones on the top? Oh, these ones, okay. Alright, let's see how that looks. Yeah. Bring this guy down and add this guy to here. Maybe something like this. Also, I just realized I haven't been adding cracked tiles. Where did I get them? Here. Like this. I should probably do that as well. Something like that. Yeah. Just like in Whitley. Yeah, just a few tiles. Some bleeding through a couple tiles at most. Oh, they should also interfere with the ant lines. I forgot about that. Like in here, I could probably get away with an ant line being broken off. Cause like in Wheatley, I have this ant line. Hold on. I have... Yeah, let me play this. You see this ant line? It's cracked. It's broken because of this crack right here. So something like that, or something like this at some point, where there's an entire piece of the ant line missing. Some like this as well, maybe. In this level specifically, I have few ant lines. Although I do have this ant line which connects to a signage. Let me see, how have I handled signage before? In hollow purpose I have signage, but in here I don't think I've made any puzzle that has signage. Well, there's this one that has cube signage, but that's a different story. Yeah, no other puzzle used signage before. Yeah, no signage here. So this will be the first one to have signage, I think. Well, they're not exactly a cheat, they're just a bad approach. Like, I only use signage when I don't have enough space to add ant lines. I don't like using signage, I just use them when I feel like I have no other choice. So I'm just going to remove these guys from the props layer and from the prop mask layer. And remove them from the level as well, just to be on the safe side. Although, now that I think of it, as a little visual thing, how do I want to do this? Tiles, something like this. So actually, hold on, wrong one. I was thinking maybe as a way of just kind of playing around. Wrong one. Here. something like this. And in here, I just go back to having regular ant lines. Wrong layer again. Like this. Let me restore it. There. And now finish off the crack. So. Yeah, something like that. And remove this from the props layer. And have this here. So actually, in the props layer, I would have this. And in the props mask, I would have this. So now it looks like a different type of ant line, even though I haven't used different entities. Because in vanilla 1.6 we can't have ant lines that do this. It's just a little cheat with the background. Although I'm not sure what type of effect it would have. Unless, hold on, here's another idea. I have this guy in here and have this guy in here. Remove these guys. Do this again. And then have the missing antline bits connect from here all the way to there. Like this. Yeah, that looks cool, because I don't like having ant lines on top of portal label surfaces. So that's a way to offset the ant lines without actually offsetting the ant lines, because it's cheating. There we go. So something like this. That could work. And in here I have another one here. Yeah, like that. And some indicator panel as well, because I forgot about that. Right, and here. Great, so now I have a little reference. So I can resize it. And paste it on the background. Like so. And there we go. On the props and on the props mask, like so. There we go. That looks much better, I think, because that way I don't have end lines crossing on this portable surface and on this portable surface. I actually used this trick in this odd aperture one because I didn't want to have an end line bit covering the button, so I just used these ones here, and likewise I don't have the intersection types, so I used it here as well and here, just as a way of disguising the missing options for end lines. In hollow purpose I used custom animated tiles for that, so I had to make a lot of animated tiles for each individual end line bit. That was painful. That was really painful to do. I think I'm okay with the vines for the time being. Just adding this little variation to the individual pieces of it already helped a ton, I believe, to distinguish them. This doesn't look right. Yeah, that's better. Oh, this one is this one. Yeah, that's already a little better, I think. I hope. Here's an idea, and it's a bit of a bold idea. It's quite a bold idea, actually. Just having more vines around between these pillars. Would it be too much? Because I kind of want to add more green to this area. Not sure if that would be too much. I kind of want to have a lot of vines, such that when you look at the level from afar, you see a lot of green. That's part of the plan, to have a lot of green to really draw the attention to the overgrowth. I'm just not sure if this is the right way to do it. Because I don't see a lot of space to add greenery inside the puzzle, other than the background, which I haven't added yet. I guess I'm going to go with this for now, and if it looks bad, then I just remove it later on. Yes, this is the first one. Correct. The other ones look like this. Or actually, hold on. There. There's this one. There's a lot of spacing here. Then there's this one. And this is the last one. The last map of the entire map pack. Yeah, I thought of that as well. Like, for this one, for Wheatley, I kind of went overboard because this is the first map on the map pack. So lots of cables and the background and a lot of lights. But you see on the fourth one, it's quite tame in comparison. Like, of course it has all of those details as well, but you see fewer cables, the background is more discreet, I guess. There are fewer lights and stuff. So I kind of went overboard on the first one. Yeah, probably. The first old aperture map is kind of the best one as well. Other ones, although the other ones do look a little alike. And this one is the best one on the art therapy ones, because it has a simpler layout and the highly detailed tree. The other ones are a bit messy, I believe. So yeah, I should probably go a little bit overboard, but not too much. Thanks, OBS. Hope I'm back live now. So something like this. Actually. Something like this would be better. And maybe just a little bit more here. I should bring this guy down a little further. Like maybe down here. Behind here. Actually, it should probably go from here now. And all the way up to here. Maybe. Nah, that looks a little... Nah. How do I want to do this? Maybe like this? Yeah, maybe like this. Could work. So it actually goes around. And onto here. Like that. Maybe. Something like this. Do I say something like this a lot? I'm starting to think I say something like this a lot. Or something like this. Yeah. Oh, you have something like this as well. I see. This already looks a lot better, I believe. Well, of course I still haven't added the leaves. But like overall, I just want more green. So now we have this entire area very green. Like we have these vines and these ones and these ones. So already a quarter of this map is very green, which is the goal. And now to add the leaves. This should take a while. God, that's going to take forever. Because after that, I just want to add some cracks, some broken panels, and some moss in some places. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to start on the shading layers. So yeah, I don't think I can skip this part too much. Yeah, that could work. I say that could work a lot as well, I realized. But I don't really mind it. I know I have a few phrases that I keep repeating, but that's just me, I guess. That's a very me thing, and I'm okay with it. That's too repetitive. That's starting to look better. What happened here? That looks alright, although now that I look at it, kind of looks repetitive. Like every leaf going in the same direction and stuff. That helps. Wrong key. That's a lot of vines. Yeah, usually I cycle through them. But most of the time I'm not consciously aware that I'm repeating the same stuff. So I just repeat them without being aware. Trying to thin out these vines. Alright, I think that looks fine. Or I hope that looks fine. Just gotta add the shading now. That looks wrong. That looks wrong. Whoops. That looks especially wrong. That looks fine, I think. It's a nice way of showing not only perspective but also lighting direction, even though it's kind of small. Maybe? I'm not sure. I know they go through light bridges. If you coat the top side of a light bridge, you can still have the gel effect on the underside and vice versa, but as for thin brushes, I'm not sure. You would have to experiment with that. I have no idea. I believe it... Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know if you have, for instance, like a brush, and this brush has like some gel in it, and then you have a very thin brush right on top of it, and you bounce on it, you can still get the bounce effect even though you touched the brush on top of it. I know that much, but I'm not sure if it works. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Do let me know if you try it out and how it works out. Now I got kind of curious. Thank you. Just trying to add a little bit of lighting to them. Keywords trying. I really like to work on parts of the map in a formulaic way, like with these vines. I have the main part of the vine, and then I add the leaves on top, but then after that it's kind of just adding shading. I quite like that because it's there's very little room for error in here. I can just follow a pattern I know where the light comes from, so I know which pixels to light up. It's quite relaxing, quite easy to follow. So I'm making progress and I don't have to worry about doing it wrong or it not looking good enough. That's a nice part of the process. Just go around, paint a little bit. Pretty safe. Let's see. How does that look? I suppose this could help with the perspective part. The ones that go behind get a little darker. Thank you. I'm not sure yet. I haven't thought that far ahead. What I do know is that I'm going to need a lot of plants for the background. Especially pinks and purples. Because only having this pink and this purple is not going to cut it for the color palette that I'm going for. I'm going to need a lot more pinks and purples. Having a little bit of black here to show where the behind areas are really helps a lot. To show depth. Like, you can tell where it's going forwards and backwards. Looks more dynamic, I guess. Yeah, that looks a lot better. It helps a lot. For some reason this is starting to remind me of Sonic. I don't know why. Oh, it's reminding me of that which world is it? The Marble Zone? Is that it? Let me see. No, it's not that one. It's the one with water. Which one is it? The one with the pillars and stuff. It's half submerged. Let's see. Hydro City? Let's see. Hydro... No, not that one. It's from Sonic 2. Although I guess this is from Sonic 2. It's not that one though. It's above ground. It has a lot of plants and some columns and pillars and structures. the water rises and lowers. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Dang, I can't find it. Let's see, Wood Zone? No, not that one. Never played that, actually. Hold on. Not that one. I think that's the one. Hold on. Yeah, that's the one. That's definitely the one. For some reason, this is reminding me of that. Oh, I can see why. Some parts of the level have a lot of plants around and a lot of pillars, so that's probably why it reminded me of that. Yeah, that's the one. Like this. That's what it was reminding me of. Actually, this is a good source of inspiration. With the pillars and stuff. Yeah, maybe. Green Hill Chambers. Imagine that. I think what saved these vines was having the shading. I think the shading does most of the heavy lifting. Gives a lot of perspective and depth. Speaking of Green Hill, people are talking about the new Sonic movie, the one that just came out, and I haven't seen it yet, but is it any good? Have you guys seen it? Because it looked kind of alright from the trailers, the new trailers, of course. But at the same time, the studios, they kind of screwed up the animators, so I'm a bit on the edge about the movie. I kind of want to see it, yeah. I'm curious. From what I've seen, I get the feeling that it's going to be mediocre. Like very mediocre. The type of movie where it's kind of okay, but kind of not. Like, it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie either. That's what I think it might end up being like. Going through player clip, I thought you wanted to test out if gel effect would go on the underside of a brush, a thin brush. Oh, the hold on, I have that. Hold on. These ones. And underscore create underscore paint underscore bomb underscore whatever type of gel you want. Erase, jump, speed, and portal. So for in this case, here. That's the command. Also, maybe I should have those tiny branches here. Just hanging on like that. I just realized these vines don't actually hold on very well on their own. Yes, that's something I knew already, actually. But wait, what? You're talking about the underside, right? Like, hold on, let me draw something real quick. Like, you have a brush, a thin brush, and then you coat the underside with gel. So when you try to bounce it from the upside, it bounces you out. Is that what you mean? Because like, I know that you can do like this. You can have the brush and you can cover it in gel, right? And you can have a very thin brush on top of it, like this. And when you do bounce out of this, you actually get the gel effect, even though there's a brush on top of it. But if you're standing here and you try to bounce up, it doesn't work. But does the same happen when you try to bounce off of a brush that has gel underneath it? Is that what you're playing around with, this idea? Oh, so this one. Yeah, I already knew of that. I thought you wanted to cover the underside of a brush. If you have a thin brush covering a brush that has gel, then yes, you bounce off of it, depending on the height you bounce off of, and you don't get the first jump, and speed gel obviously doesn't work. Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant something else, because I already knew of that behavior. I think that looks alright. There's a little more support for the vines. I'm gonna go on a very quick 5 minutes break and I'll be right back. Alright, sit tight. Alright, I'm back. Also, I just realized I don't have sound on my intermission. Let me quickly fix that. Also, the player keeps doing that. I have no idea why. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's try it. Nah, that doesn't work. Actually, I'll deal with that later instead of in the middle of it. So, to answer your question, Hans, I have thought of that. I had similar concerns, and which one was it? I think it was this level right here. Was it? One of these. Was it this one? I think it was this one. So you'll notice these two rainbow pieces, they are swapped around, right? Let me just quickly select this. And show you real quick. So if I go and do this, you notice they are actually swapped around, right? And someone once asked me, how could I explain why this happened? Like, surely whoever built this chamber in context would realize that those two tiles are swapped around. And to that, I gave them the same answer that a friend of mine gives when it comes to environmental design. The reason why these vines are growing here is something called creative license. It is a cheesy answer, but it is not an excuse, because sometimes we get a little caught up on being as realistic as possible and we lose sight of how to make something visually interesting or engaging. Like, if we get too hung up on the realism, we just kind of lose the... Well, we stop... we lose... how can I say it? We lose the opportunity to get more use out of the suspension of disbelief. Because people know this is fictional, so they're not going around to question if something would work in real life or not. They already know that this scenario as a whole is very fictional. So I just give them that answer. Yeah, maybe that. Exactly. Or just like here, maybe the plants started growing in here, or maybe some bird grabbed the vine. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. That's the point. It's not important how it happened. Yeah, but then there are all sorts of small things that wouldn't make much sense in context. The like in here, I have the antline bit and the snow tile swapped around as well. So for these little things, I really don't mind too much. I really don't mind it being a little unrealistic. But to be fair, I think this is looking pretty good. These vines right here, I think they add a lot of characteristic to this area. So I'm happy with this. Next one would be maybe these guys. Don't want to take away too much of the color. We're almost done with this first part. The first part being the tiles and stuff like that. Maybe add some moss around as well. Some cracks. Ah, that doesn't look right. Something like that. Oh, some moss growing around the crack. That could be interesting. Although that's barely noticeable. Maybe the moss should grow further then. Like that. Oh, you know where moss would grow a lot? Near the water. Like, should be a lot of moss here. Yeah, like a lot of it. And here as well. Maybe even up here. Because like, the idea is that this area, because of the goo, the deadly water, is filled with fungi and moss and all that stuff. Maybe even... Yeah, a lot of moss. Like, this entire area is very gross. Something like that. That looks good, I think. Thanks, OBS. Wow, this is starting to look a lot better. Who knew just a little bit of color could make such a difference? Actually, I want to see it in game, just to get a feel for it. Also, something that I like doing is to get the before and after each change, just to see what has changed and how it impacted the level. I like these changes, like most noticeably this area, but even out here makes a huge difference. All the extra purple, the cracks and moss, the mushrooms, the water, that makes quite a difference. And now to see it in game. Wow, that looks cool. That looks super cool. Oh, I forgot to there. This looks pretty cool. I quite like this. And that also looks neat.
Vi heter Wintergatan och vi är fantastiskt glada att ni har valt att komma och lyssna på oss här ikväll på Victoriateatern.
It's going to look a lot better once I turn this into foreground. That would be amazing. That's so cool. And then you get to here, and there's some mushrooms. There are some mushrooms here. That looks cool in game. I almost want to go up there and explore those vines. Oh, you know what a cool Easter egg would be? Hold on. And this is just temporary. This would be a cool Easter egg. Like that. Wouldn't that look cool as an Easter egg? Maybe even have one here. Well, yes, it's going to be invisible. Oh, I see what you mean. Because I was thinking of making an invisible tile myself, but then I realized, yeah, you're right. The brick was just going to be hidden away eventually, but instead of making a tile, I can just use the existing invisible tile. I forgot about it. Oh, right. That's the problem. I need to use the I need to make a tile for it. I'm going to make a tile for it eventually, but yeah, like that. Oh, that introduces this portal label service. I guess it doesn't really matter. Although I could just use a single. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't matter either. Alright, so for that I need to go back here and add some brick tiles. Just gonna make it like this for now. And it's solid, and I forgot the properties. Oops. Where do I have them? Where do I have them? Where do I have them? I had them saved somewhere. Ha 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 ha. Look at that! If you Google Mari0 tile properties, the first image that shows up is my own. That's amazing. Wow, a lot of stuff from me. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I used to make a lot of content for the game, but yeah. Breakable is the third one. Yep. This one. So I save it, and I gotta do... Oh wait, no. First I gotta crop it. Save it, and then I copy and paste it. This one. Let's see if it works. If it works... What happened? What? Did I accidentally remove collision? What? How did this happen? Oh, right, I used the wrong version. Right. I forgot about this. Ugh. I completely forgot about this. Replace. What? Is it fixed now? Yes, fixed. So now, there we go. Much better. I think I'm just going to keep it at 1 vine. Just as a nice Easter egg. And now I just turn it invisible. Like this. Save it. Copy. Paste, replace. Whoops, closed the game accidentally. There we go. Now no one will suspect a thing. Completely seamless. But then, whoop. Oh, thanks. It's my hammer map. Whoops. Close that. And close this. And open this. Right. It's my hammer map. I made an animation out of it. It's gel is not always enough. So yeah, I think this is a nice Easter egg. Very nice. I'm not sure what you mean. If I make a mod, I could probably change the menu, like how I did with Pop-Up Portal. Although that's a bad example because Pop-Up Portal looks awful nowadays. Like back in the day, we didn't have many Portal themed map packs actually, so Pop-Up Portal looked kind of alright. But nowadays it's really meh. Oh, Bink as in the file format, gotcha. Oh, I just sat here trying to figure out what you meant by Bink. Yeah, maybe, but if I ever make a mod, I probably wouldn't have that level in it. Because if I ever make a Portal 2 mod, it's going to be a mono Portal mod. That's kind of decided already, if I ever make a mod. Where's the menu? Yeah, this is the vanilla menu for Pop-Up Portal. Oh, time challenge, right. I forgot I did that. Where can I find the menu? Because I have made a custom menu for this. I made a custom menu for Pop-Up Portal. Wait, do I have Pop-Up Portal here? I don't. I don't have my own map pack in my files. Wow, that's amazing. Oh well. The point I was trying to make is that I made a custom menu for this map pack and maybe I could make one for this one eventually. So yeah, back to work. I actually do have pop-up portal somewhere. I just don't... Oh, hold on. Do I have it? Let's see here. 1 second. Do I have pop-up portal here somewhere? Mari0 stuff? No, that's... Wait, I do have... Oh my god, no, I didn't. No, I didn't do this. It's a .rar file. I don't have WinRAR in my computer. Oh no. However, I did find hollow purpose, so yay! Nice work. How can I convert it to zip? Oh, this one has foreground, that's cool. This one has foreground. Oh, okay. Do I not have pop-up portal anywhere else? You know what, never mind, I'm not going to waste much more time looking for it. Some other time maybe. The exit is a pipe. It's just a pipe that goes to a sub-level. Let me show you. And the sub-level only has a flag. Eventually I'm going to make a fancy background for the sub-level. Because as I was explaining in a previous stream, I had very few choices. I would either have to have the world, what is it called? World warp. But that would limit me to having only 8 levels, and even then I would get stuck on the negative world here. The other option would be to have the flag, but that would limit how I could place the exit. Like for instance, in this level I wouldn't be able to have a flag. And the third option, which is the one I'm going with, is to have a subworld. I thought of having subworld levels, like I go from this one to the second one here on the sub-level, but then again I have worlds where I can die, like here. And I just didn't want to have to deal with the player having to restart from the top world or top level. So I just settled on having a little transition room instead. Yeah, I could maybe have the dots, but one thing I considered at one point Yes, that as well. One thing I considered was having, like, when you go down, you go to like a little pipe that takes you elsewhere. Just a little animation, quote unquote. I had a faith plate that launched you into the... Actually, I have a video of that. Hold on, 1 second. Just a quick second. No, this one. Let me see. Does it actually show the transition thing? Wow, coincidentally, in the original version, the first world is the one we're editing right now. It's exactly this level. That's funny. That's a nice coincidence. I had this. The plan was the background would have a pipe that goes here and then goes kind of like this. Let me draw it. Like this. And this. And this, but yeah, that would look very weird. So the plan was to have something like that. Kind of. Like to represent the pipes going from one level to the other. Like the pipe goes down and then it goes through here and then up here. But I realized, first of all, that would look very stupid, especially since you could see the flag and the faith plate. But also I had this idea to do a custom transition for every level, and that would just be way too much work for way too little payoff. So the way I settled was to simply have a very flat and simple transition. Hey Fumbly, welcome to the stream. So I was discussing the level transition part, which was very stupid in this version. Like you would go down and then you would fling up like that. It was very dumb. Look at this, Fumbly. Look at all these vines. So many vines. This. Yeah, lots of sexy vines. Also these ant lines, I cheated, but I think these look nice. It's nice to cheat every now and again. Whoops. This. And lots of moss as well. This entire area is full of moss and mushrooms. Up there, there's a lot of vines. Cool, I can't jump up there. That's nice. I should probably have a cable up down here, because it doesn't make sense to have cable here and not have a cable here. Let me work on that. Also, the cables, they usually have something connecting them. In here they don't, but in here they do. So I'm not sure. I would like to have these guys there. Although, now that I look at it, oh, maybe I could use these. Maybe. Just as a way of... Wait, wrong layer? Oh right, they're on the cables layer. I forgot I had that separate. For some reason. No idea why. So something like that. And like that. Yeah, that could work. And in here, behind the vines, obviously, as well. You know what? That wouldn't be too bad of an idea, because I do it way too often. I am fully aware. Wait, what? 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 What did I do here? Did I accidentally replace the vines? Not sure what happened there. Eh. There we go. That looks better. There we go. That already looks more believable. I need more cracked tiles. Like this, maybe. What's this? Oh, the background, right? Yes, the background. I got confused for a second. Yes. Perfect. I can just fix this. Broken tiles. Could add some more moss, maybe. Maybe like down here. Yeah, something like that, and a little bit up here. There we go. Now add those little spots. That, like this, all over the place. Lots of tiny spots. Happy little accidents. Happy little moss. Alright. This is starting to look pretty good, but I still have to add the transparency layers. So I'm gonna start working on that right now. So first of all, gonna have it like this. Wow! For some reason this looks neat. Don't know why. Looks kind of mysterious. Let me actually do it in blue. Wow, that's an eyesore, but it's important. An important eyesore, actually. Like this, maybe. I just need a contrasting layer so that I can see what I'm doing in the transparency layers, because otherwise it's very difficult to tell. Like this. And like this. There we go. It's going to take a while. Actually, I'm just going to copy that one straight out of here. Thanks, Hans. See ya. Good night. I just remembered that I dreamt of a supermarket. Why was I in a supermarket in this dream? I don't remember. I remember it's a version of the supermarket in my town, but it was way bigger. Like, it was almost a shopping center, that supermarket, in my dream. It was raining, I think. It was either raining or the sky was pretty clouded. I remember that. Don't remember if I was alone in that supermarket or if I was going to buy anything. I don't remember. Strangely enough, I tend to dream a lot about supermarkets and of bathrooms. I have a lot of dreams with supermarkets and bathrooms. Not necessarily together, but there's always the two of those. So that's today's random fact about me. I dream of supermarkets and bathrooms. You are very welcome to that sort of information. Yeah, actually I dream a lot about bathrooms because when I wake up in the morning I'm always feeling like going to the bathroom, so I believe in the middle of the night I'm already feeling like going to the bathroom, so I start dreaming about it. I'm surprised I haven't wetted my bed in the middle of the night. I don't wet my bed in the middle of the night, even though I dream about going to the bathroom. It's kind of funny, I guess. I probably did that as a kid as well, most likely. Car parks. That's a new one. I don't think I've ever dreamed of it. I often dream about having to go to the bathroom, but there being people around, and I can't go to the bathroom with people around. It doesn't work for me. So it's usually a struggle about trying to get some privacy. Wow, nice one. Oh, so I have the right one. Interesting. That's... I don't dream about cars at all. I guess since I don't drive, I don't dream about driving related stuff. Although one time I dreamed that I was in a car accident and my brother died, and I saw his insides going out and stuff. It was very graphic. I saw him die and his organs spilling around. I was in the back seat. I had my seatbelt. He didn't, so he just crashed through the windshield. Yeah, that was a terrible dream. I woke up very shaken up. It was one of the most graphic dreams I've ever had. Yep. That happened. Oh, that's very sad. I'm so sorry. Oh, so you had a lucid dream. I used to have a lot of lucid dreams, but then they just stopped happening for some reason. I kinda miss them. They were pretty fun most of the time. One time I had a dream where I was trapped on the back of my eyes, or rather the back of my eyelids. And I knew I was dreaming, but... Hey Hanky! So I was behind my eyelids and there were monsters behind me and it was all dark. And I kept punching on the back of my eyelids trying to wake myself up, and the monsters kept approaching, and eventually I did wake up. It was bizarre. I also had another kind of self-aware dream where there was this blue line thing. I don't know how to describe it, but I do have a drawing of it. Hold on. I have a drawing of it. 1 second. I know I have it here. You can't hide away from me. I know you're here. Come on. Reveal yourself. I know you're here. You can't hide forever. Come on, I know you're here. Where is it? I am certain it's here somewhere. I am absolutely sure it's here. Anyways, since I can't find it, let me describe it. It was a sort of blue line-ish thing. It looked a little bit like this. Like this, a mass of blue, basically. It was this thing floating in front of my eyes. Everything was black, and this thing was chanting something, some sort of music. And I remember being aware that I was dreaming, but I couldn't wake up. Like, I tried to force myself to wake up, but somehow that thing was keeping me on the dream. And I kept trying to wake up, and that thing just kept chanting around, and eventually I did wake up, but I remember being pretty scared of it. That was one of the weirdest dreams I had, actually. Even though it was relatively tame. Wrong layer. I dream in English a lot, surprisingly. Or unsurprisingly, I guess, since I speak a lot of it. I dream in English and I dream in Portuguese, but mostly in English from what I can remember, at least lately. I used to dream more in Portuguese, obviously, but since a few years ago, I mostly dream in English. It's kind of strange, actually. Let's see how I did it here. I didn't do it in this layer. Alright. Thank you, Hanky. This part of the process is kind of boring because it's mostly copy and pasting. Unlike when I draw the vines and stuff. Actually. Since we're trying out these colors, something like this could work. What? Oh. There. I do have the these ones. Cool. Wrong layer. We really need a tally of how many times I've said wrong layer. We really do need that. Oh no, the lights are not simulated. I draw them by hand. I have a light layer that I just tweak to whatever I need. So I just hide this layer in the future. And I also add the lighting effects directly on the plants and stuff. But yes, other than that, everything is drawn by hand. Yeah, they're all drawn in. Everything is drawn. You are correct. No, wrong layer. No. Why? Why does this keep happening? Yeah, me too. That's why I added them. Like I was saying in a previous stream, I think Portal 2 is lacking flowers. Like, you see the overgrown chambers, there's all sorts of vines and a few mushrooms, but never flowers, and I don't really know why, because to me, at least based on in real life, whenever I see, oh my god, wrong layer again. Whenever I see overgrown stuff in real life, I see flowers, almost every time. So that's why I added flowers here. Because I see them in real life. Do I have that little guy in here? I don't think I do. I think I made it afterwards, yeah. So just gonna copy from here. Although, I should probably follow this guy a little more closely. Something like that. Yeah, that's not looking right. It's the same colors though. Oh, right. I don't. Actually, hold on a second. I had the idea of maybe reusing this tree in this other puzzle. In this puzzle right here. Whoops, hold on. Like that. Like, remember how we have the tree in this puzzle and it's painted? I thought maybe the artist took inspiration from a real tree, except in here it wouldn't look exactly like this. Obviously it would be different, like maybe more flowers on the tree, but that's something I'm still considering. I'm not entirely sold on the idea of having a tree here, so that's why I just pasted this here, just as a what if scenario. We'll see. We're not there yet. We have some room to explore. Where was I? Where was I? Right, I was painting this guy. That's already starting to look better. Do I have any more of these? I do, there. So actually, I'm gonna copy this guy from the tiles as well. Actually. This is a very tedious task. Just copy and paste all the shading. What? Wrong layer. Also, I'm about to end the stream pretty shortly, so I'm just going to finish these guys and then I'll call it a day. Just gonna finish these poles. And now I'm gonna do this here. Like that. Almost done. Then I gotta do the falling bit. This one's going to be a little more challenging, since I gotta tilt the frame. Maybe I should have a reference frame first, like right here. Just a little reference, like this. There we go. Now deselect the vines. Yeah, that's not going to look very good. But like I said last time, it's not really too much of an issue because this is such a small part of the background, and it's all covered up in vines, so even if it doesn't look perfect, I can get away with it, basically. Like that, maybe? No, I can keep it like that. Yeah, that looks acceptable, somewhat. Doesn't really matter though. I think I'm going to call it a day here. Let me just copy this to the game and see how it looks before I wrap it up. And this guy. I love doing these before and after views. So like, what changed? The moss here. What else? Of course, the bevel, like here and here and here. The shading. Oh, I forgot to turn on the second transparency layer. That's why it looked so different. Right. There we go. Yeah, it's barely noticeable. Oh, someone's talking to me on Steam. Not gonna look into that right now. Alright. Let's see in-game what it looks like. Whoops, I missed the fling. Beep. That looks fine. This looks fine. Yeah, everything here looks alright. This looks fine, and whoop. Alright, so I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow probably. Tomorrow is going to be... Yeah, it is a little slippery, but that's just Mari0 mechanics, that's normal. But yeah, as I was saying, tomorrow is probably going to be the last stream I'll be doing for a while, because tomorrow I still have the day off from work, but then after that I gotta go back to work. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.